Well, good day, folks. Welcome to the MB Wildman channel. On today's video, we're talking about moose. Okay, so it's June 26th right now, and in about 2 weeks or so, we're going to be able to see how many people got drawn for their resident moose draw here in New Brunswick. Given about this year, I think it's like 4,400 licenses, I guess, province-wide. So in general, here in New Brunswick, you got about a 1 in 36 shot of getting drawn. We've got a tiered draw system, which is, you need a Harvard degree to figure it out some days. But anyway, we're talking about a product today called Buck Expert Moose Eruption. Okay, now I've never seen this product before, and a buddy of mine was at an auction, and there was some of this on a pallet, and so we ended up picking this up for a real good deal. So anyway, I ended up with a set of them. Anyway, so we're going to try these out today and show you how they work, and then hopefully we'll get some results for you in a couple of weeks or however long. So anyway, listen, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Wildman channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We sure would appreciate it. And as always, we're looking for questions, comments, feedback, whatever you got. If you've used this stuff before, or you've had any experience, with attractions for moose, we sure would love to hear about it. Leave those in the comment section down below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can on those. Okay, so this is a two-part system apparently, and you've got the Buck Expert Moose Eruption Moose Attractant, and this is kind of a powdery, like a prill type substance. And then you've got the second part, which is the Moose Eruption Candy Coating, and this is some type of this is a liquid. Okay, now these are labeled at $23.99. I don't know that I would pay $23.99 each. That's like 50 bucks or better for, anyway, it doesn't matter. So, I'm cheap in general. So it's a two-part system, and you're supposed to use it in conjunction with a salt block, which conveniently I have. And the instructions are written on the back in like the smallest writing I have ever seen. And I'm getting old, I get it. And my eyes are probably going, but wow, I can't even come close to reading that. So hold on. Suggested directions: remove all dead vegetation from around your salt lick over a 3-foot diameter. Place the salt lick on a stump or bury half in ground. Sprinkle the eruption powder on the top and around the salt supplements. Then slowly begin to pour the eruption liquid onto the powder, on and top and around the salt to get the minerals reacting. And the candy coating should... and the candy coat the entire block and salt lick with the eruption foam. Caution: once you begin to pour the eruption liquid onto your block, foaming liquid minerals will erupt all over your salt lick. Okay, so basically, as far as I can tell, you find a good old stump, put out salt lick, pour the powder all over the salt and the stump, and then add the liquid, which I believe, just let me check, but the believe says the same thing. Create an eruption that will candy coat your moose salt lick and draw them to the salt lick. Eruption is easy to use, two-part attractant that reacts instantly to form a sweet, fruity mineral all over your salt lick. Once coated, the minerals are very desirable, beneficial, and a very desirable... Holy, can you read much? Once coated, the minerals are a very desirable, beneficial treat that creates a dependency for moose. Oh, we're going to create a dependency for moose here. That's excellent. Warning, not for human consumption. Okay, yeah. Note to self, if it says moose on the front, probably not good for you and I. What to do if you swallow it. I love that, right? So it says not for human consumption. Then the very next line is what to do if you swallow it. So you know full well that someone ignored that and drank this because they had to put the what to do if you drink it on the label. Seriously. Okay, well, I'm excited to see if this creates a candy-coated moose type deal. So I'm going to head out to a pretty good spot where I know there are some moose kind of in the area, and going to set this baby up. All right, guys, so we're in here, and it's hot. But it's June 28th, and I've found a spot that I want to put out this Buck Expert Moose Eruption. Pretty good location, I think. A bit of a flat spot here, like a little bit of a bowl in an old cut. And I've got a lot of water, big swampy area right back over my shoulder here. And then out this way, there's a pretty good brook stream, about maybe 500 yards off that way that meanders down through. And then on this side of me, well, maybe a kilometer from here, a little less, there's a big open deadwater. And then everything in front of me that you can't see would be the area that I can probably hunt this from. It goes way up on a little knoll, and it's an old cut, probably a couple hundred acres here of an old cut. This was probably been done, oh, if I had to guess this has been done maybe 6-7 years ago. And most of it's too high to see. But I wandered through here, and this little bowl area is still quite low. It's high enough, I think, that the animals will feel, you know, secure walking through. They won't feel much danger or pressure in here. But it's also low enough that if a moose came through here, even a deer came through here, that I could probably get a good shot at it. So anyway, I'm going to set this up. I got a real good stump right here, and we're going to set this up, and I'll show you if it works like it says it works. Okay, as you can see, I selected a big old stump here that was in the cut, and it's starting to rot pretty good. It's not super solid, but it's not, you know, crumbling apart just yet, so that's good. And I've got my salt block in here. It was a bit of a lug, but it's in here now, and I'm gonna try this candy coating and the powder first. So we'll follow the instructions and see what we come up with. All right, so first it says to dump this powder all over here. Okay, we'll make sure we take our garbage out of the woods with us. Here we go. Okay, so I've got a kind of a pink powdery stuff in here. So it says to coat the stump or the ground, coat your salt with it. Okay, so there's the powder portion done. And now let's put the liquid portion on and see what happens. Ooh, the liquid stuff is black like tar. Doesn't really smell like anything. Doesn't really smell like much, but it is black. Okay. All right, let's try that. Hold on, I'll see if I can get you a better camera view. Okay, here's our test. So we got our stump here, and I said before I'd be hunting it from kind of up, back in that way, okay? Anyway, so let's take a look and see what happens when we pour this is called the candy coating. So let's see, it's supposed to create some type of reaction here. Oh, it is bubbling up all over, check that out. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Wow, this is actually reacting pretty well, or differently anyway. It's all bubbling up, pouring down the side. This looks great. Now, I'm assuming this is going to get solid at some point, or back solid. You know, like this reaction is probably supposed to harden up. It says it's a candy coating, so wow, not too bad. Okay, I guess we'll see what the results are in 2 or 3 weeks, I guess. What I've done is, like I said, this is my area, right? So I'll give you a little pan shot here now that I'm holding the camera. So I would typically hunt this from up on this ridge up over here, or even maybe back that way a couple hundred yards. I'm in an opening right here, a bit of a clearing. I'm gonna give this about 2 weeks, maybe 3, depending on the weather, and then I'll come back in here with you guys, and we'll see if there's been any activity around. We'll check the camera at that time and see what there has been for pictures, and we'll see if this moose eruption stuff, candy coating, works for moose in the area. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I hope this helps you out a little bit. If it's something you might want to use, or like I say, if you've ever used it and you want to go ahead and comment down below as to how any success or not success you've had with it, go ahead and do that. And until next time, happy hunting from the MB Wildman channel.